All right, 7:33, and welcome into the Pulse Morning Show, the Big One Sports Report. I'm Toby Nelson, but really no one wants to hear from me. Actually, no one wants to hear from Don Cookson either, from what I've heard throughout the course of the day. We've been teasing this for the last day or so, that finally we'll get someone that knows something about sports in here. I'm not talking about the Army man, Jim Settley.
What, the who?
I'm sorry.
It's a good thing this young man's between the two of us.
Navy man.
If he wasn't between the two of us, I'd be across the table, buddy. He's pretty powerful looking, though. I don't want to cross him.
Well, this morning, this I say kid, but he's actually a young man, came in about 3 months or so ago with his mom. She was talking about some real news issues, and he said, I like sports. I said, come on the air and talk about sports, and it worked out pretty well, and we wanted to have him back before the school year get back in session. Elijah Hoshide, he joins us this morning, and Elijah, good morning. So, first of all, summer-wise, talk to me, how's the summer been going? Is it?
Yeah, you having a good summer, Elijah?
Yeah.
Good, I'm glad to hear that, man. Summertime is, that's when the living is easy, right?
It's very easy, that's right. It's big in sports. He's a huge basketball fan, which we'll talk about in a little bit. He's a huge football fan. But Elijah, what we have to start with, unfortunately, is kind of boring baseball. Okay, so why don't you tell me about how those hometown team, the Boston Red Sox, did last night?
The Boston Red Sox beat the Chicago White Sox 3-0 last night. Rick Porcello pitched 7 sparkling innings in return from a triceps injury. Porcello and Chris Sale had nearly identical lines, but Travis Shaw had a 2-run home run off knee run with 2 out in the 8th. Robbie Ross Jr. then got 3 outs for the Red Sox before Junichi Tashawasha finished the 6th hitter for his 3rd save in the 9th.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
No, you really couldn't have.
3-0 the final. Red Sox win the victory. Do you follow the Red Sox at all, Elijah? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Pretty good work for a guy who doesn't follow the team at all.
That's not bad, yes. I will give him credit there. You don't follow the Red Sox. Do you follow any baseball team?
The Blue Jays.
Good man.
Oh, no. Jose Bautista?
Edwin and Garcia.
All right. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that Bautista.
We saw Toronto a couple of years back on a Red Sox trip, and Batista hit a home run. I think he's still going.
Yeah.
We're way up over the Green Monster, out on the Lansdowne Street. So yeah, that's what you're picking a good team to root for there. The Toronto Blue Jays. Well, actually, tell me how Toronto did there last night.
They smushed Texas 12-4.
Yeah.
Oh.
Smush, no, that's a great word. That's a sports word we need to see in
We'll
Europe.
use that. I'm going to steal that, Elijah. Okay, I'll use that tomorrow. Edwin Encarnacion, you mentioned him. He extended his hit streak to 21 games. Had a grand slam last night. So a big-time win for the Toronto Blue Jays. Yankees, they lost 6-2 the final.
Smushed and yippee, man. Go for it, brother.
So other scores last night. Seattle got a win. They beat Oakland 8-2. Minnesota over Tampa 5-3. You already mentioned the Toronto win. Baltimore beat Kansas City 8-5. Maynard Ryan Flaherty had a big game in that one. Hit a home run for the Baltimore Orioles. So that's a win last night for the O's. National League scores. Mets beat Philadelphia 9-4. San Diego over Washington 6-5. Colorado got a 6-3 win over Atlanta. The LA Dodgers beat Cincinnati 7-4. Pittsburgh beat Miami 7-2 with St. Louis over Arizona 3-1. And the Giants finally get back into the win column. They double up the Cubs 4-2. Interleague play, Cleveland beat Milwaukee. Final score there of 6-2. So that's a busy night of baseball. Red Sox, they don't play tonight. They're off. They start a 3-game series with the New York Mets. But your Toronto Blue Jays in action. Texas tonight? All right. 2:05, actually. I say tonight. It's actually this afternoon. They'll get an afternoon game in down to Arlington. Don't believe it'd be warm down in Arlington, Texas at 1 o'clock this afternoon, do you?
Well, boy, the way they smushed them last night, I guess they'll probably do it again.
Good.
Yeah, they easily could.
All right, let's move on to something people care about. Let's move on to some football news.
Yeah.
The New England Patriots, they've made some pretty good moves on the receiving side of things you've been telling me there, Elijah.
Yeah, Reggie Wayne gets their guy almost 40.
What are you saying? Is 40 too old, Elijah?
No, he's a veteran, and I'll help out their young receiving corps.
It's okay if you say 40 is too old, because ask Don how old he is.
That's not very old. That's pretty young, by the way. Since the gray-haired Army guy here says I'm Navy. That's why.
That's why I said about 40. So, Okay, so we talk about football. Speaking of football, I want to say the shirt you have here, Elijah, I tend to have to like. Tell me, what is this shirt you wear?
I wear an Eli Manning shirt.
So
Wait a minute.
Eli Manning shirt. Now tell me, there's an insignia on here of a Super Bowl. What Super Bowl was that?
The Super Bowl in the 2011 and beat the Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Tell me more about this one. Super Bowl 46, you're right, it was the Patriots and Giants. It was in Indianapolis, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's when Peyton Manning was supporting Eli
That's right.
when he was injured.
Peyton's got to support Eli a lot in Super Bowls because Peyton doesn't get there. So,
You know, we're allowed to pick on Toby, but you're 10, so we're not going to pick on you. Because I was going to ask you how many of those Super Bowl jerseys you have. 2? Oh, just one. Oh, I'm not going to pick on you, Elijah. Now, did you wear that because that's your favorite team?
No, it's the Seahawks.
Oh, no! So that last Super Bowl must have been kind of rough for you.
They made a really bad decision.
So wait, are you saying that if you were the head coach of the Seahawks that you would have handed off to Marshawn Lynch?
Yep.
you know if he'd have done it 3 straight times to Marshawn.
By the way, that's a few words you never want to hear from your mom. You made a really bad decision.
Yeah, that's
you don't ever want to hear that. It's okay if you're a coach and you lose a Super Bowl. Well, maybe no, it's not okay if you're a Seattle fan.
Right.
You don't ever want to hear your mom say that, okay? So be careful.
Now, have you picked a fantasy team yet?
No.
What are some players you'd like to go after?
I really want to go after Jamal Charles.
Yeah.
And then,
Who would you like to have as your quarterback?
probably Russell Wilson.
Yep, Russell Wilson's a good one. He puts up big numbers up there in Seattle. He runs the ball too, which helps. So that'll pick you up some points. Is there a defense you like? Is there some one team defense that you really like? Rams, yeah.
Rams are looking really solid.
Yeah, they may make a little run in the. Actually, I'll tell you what, the NFC West this year, while it's been kind of dog meat the past few, Seattle to be the exception. Oh, well, San Francisco too. But you have Seattle, San Francisco, Arizona made the playoffs last year. As you mentioned, St. Louis' defense could be good. Should be a pretty
And then Nick Foles at quarterback.
rock solid division there. College football, the University of Maine football team opens up in what? Just over a week now, 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, yeah, on Labor Day weekend, Boston College at I think it's a 1:00 game down in Boston, and it should be a tough game, obviously. But what did you learn anything last night at Meet the Black Bears event?
I learned what they do in practice.
There's a lot of running, probably. When Coach Cos gets mad, he makes him run.
A lot. And he gets mad. I don't want to say frequently, but not rarely.
And they mad because the team doesn't do well.
That's enough to make anybody mad, isn't it, Elijah? It's like when the Giants don't do well, probably,
Except for week 12.
That's pretty good. Who's your pick for quarterback for the Black Bears? Do you have a choice yet?
It's Drew Belcher.
You're going to pick Drew Belcher?
He started last year and he's extremely solid.
Did you meet him last night?
Nope.
Okay. You were talking to some of the other players then.
Yeah.
What position do you want to play?
Coach?
You don't get hit that way. That's a good
You like to tell people what to do in the run, huh?
Yeah, Meet the Black Bears night last night. One of a bunch of events that the Maine football team has going on. I know they have a night for, it's a women's football night, basically, where it's in early September. You can go on the website and find out. But it's a good night for ladies that just want to learn a little bit more about football.
They get they actually maximize their turnout there. I think they call it Football 101 or something like that. And they do it with a couple of different faculty. Sandy Karen, who who's been working up there for years, faculty up there for years, and you're right. They put 25, 30 women that want to learn about football. I mean, a little bit more intimately than watching it on the television. And they get out there and they're on the football field, and they get great T-shirts and they have a great time. But you're right. It's on the website if you want to check it out. And I don't know if it's full yet, but it'd be worth kind of checking. So.
A couple big events to Meet the Black Bears night last night, which Elijah was at. The Football 101 event, and of course the games that open up. They get BC and Tulane right off the gate for the University of Maine football team.
Better known the college football players.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, with the 1AA now, the FCS,
FCS,
right? FCS, which is what Maine is in. New Hampshire's been the team to beat the past few years, especially in our neck of the woods, and it looks like they're probably going to be the team to beat again this year.
Yeah, I think they were picked third or fourth, third I think this time, and it was Villanova that's really kind of it was picked as the #1 team, and we're on the road against Villanova, and of course we have UNH in the Musket game at the end of every season, and we will this year, and kind of be nice, and I know Elijah agrees with me, if we get to a point where we're playing for a playoff berth in the UNH game, and we actually win it.
That's right.
And so that would be kind of cool to get that, and that's what Coach Cosgrove wants to be at the end of the season, so we'll see.
So football, the Patriots actually play the Panthers tomorrow night. That's preseason action. They have the Giants next week, and they open up the regular season in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be talking about the season opener, Pittsburgh and New England. You got a pick on that first season opener game? Pittsburgh. All right.
Now wait a second.
No Tom Brady, no Julian Edelman, no Brandon LaFell, no Aaron Dobson. How the heck do you win?
These are the Patriots players who are not going to be playing opening day. Is that the list you just gave us? Elijah, let me ask you this. Do you think Tom Brady should serve a 4-game suspension for his role in Deflategate?
That'd be cool if it was for preseason, but not for regular season.
Yeah, well, thank you. I don't think he should either.
Well, he is smarter than Toby.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Not just because we agree with
the problem is that's just not saying anything.
Yeah, that kind of is the problem.
I know you're a huge basketball fan, and the Wizards, right, your favorite team? Now they lost Paul Pierce. He's going to the LA Clippers.
The Clippers are the really club championship this year.
What do you think back of the last year's NBA Finals with the Warriors and Cavs?
That was pretty easy for the Warriors.
Yeah. So basketball training camp's going to open up here in a couple of weeks. You looking forward to basketball season?
Yeah.
You looking forward to winter?
Yeah.
You want to shovel snow? If you do, you can come over to my house.
Yeah, yeah. Toby's always got an ulterior motive, Elijah. You have to watch out for that.
See what you've done this morning. You've made my life a lot easier. So we will do this another time. How about that? Do you have friends and family listening this morning?
Yeah.
All over the world, all over the country? Okay. Well,
Could be.
Not yet.
Yeah, I was going to
you
say
never
you
know.
will have.
You will have before it's all said and done. So Elijah Hashidi, well, tell me about school. You're going to be a 5th grader this year, right? Right here in Bangor?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're getting ready to go back to school. Are you excited about that?
Yeah.
What do you like about school, Elijah?
You can say recess.
That's what Toby liked about school, recess.
Who does it, man? Come on.
Recess and the food. You know, that was always good. The learning, man, not so much.
So when you're Toby's age, what do you want to be? Sportscaster, or you want to be a coach?
Probably working for ESPN.
He probably will be.
Yeah.
But you remember me, okay? You remember me. You promise?
So you can hire him to come
When you
in.
sign your first multi-million-dollar contract, you know, you should remember your mom and dad, but you probably should remember me.
You need to hire somebody to empty the trash cans at ESPN, right? So just in case.
That'd be a good job for Toby.
That's what we're thinking.
Well, Elijah, we appreciate you joining us here this morning, and we'll do it again, I don't know, so come basketball season. You want to come back?
Yeah, sure.
Plan on it.
Maybe just in time for the season opener for the NBA.
Yeah.
Hey, before you go, you like basketball all summer long. You can watch the WNBA. Do you like that?
Probably win the championship for that season starts going on.
Yeah. You're kind of like me. I regular season, take it or leave it, but playoffs, yeah. Hey, playoffs are always fun.
Cool. Don's a huge hockey fan too.
I am, man. They say I bleed black and gold when the Bruins take the ice, Elijah. Do you like hockey at all? Yeah. It's a cold weather sport. Nobody should play those.
So that's going to do it here this morning. Elijah, thank you very much for joining us.
Yep.
Hey, we'll have you back, all right? Sound good. All right. So Elijah Hashide, 5th grader here in Bangor. He'll be roaming the hallways in about a week's time as school gets back in session. So
Yeah, let's see, in about 2 years' time, he'll be roaming the hallways down at Bristol, Connecticut,
That's fine.
apparently.
don't roam the halls here with Zone Radio. Set your sights a little higher. Red Sox off.